Hey guys, what's going on? We got Jake's Reviews coming at you with a review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class Mixmaster. He's a Decepticon, and he forms the head of Devastator. He's a cement mixer, and a very nice one at that, as you can probably tell. He's a triple changer, but we'll talk about that a little bit later, just later in the review. So like I said, his alt mode is a cement mixer. It's a really, really nice one. There's a lot of detail. All these back parts here are all like cement mixer parts, and they all move around. This one has on a little ball joint and a hinge. Really nice tire detail. The cement mixer itself is detailed. There's a little connector thing there. The little exhaust pipes are just really good. Everything is just really, really nice, really, really high quality detail, and it's really good. Speaking of the mixer itself, it's non-rotating because of his transformation. His arms are in there. He's got these two big Decepticon symbols on it, and those are in fact in the movie. Although the context he shows up isn't very subtle, so he doesn't really need to be very disguised in that aspect. Purple windshield, which is pretty cool. I think it's just kind of a interesting touch. A lot of the Revenge of the Fallen guys seem to have windshields that kind of reflect their allegiance, if you will. Like Sideswipe has a blue windshield. I think that's just kind of interesting, and it fits Mixmaster really, really well. Speaking of things he does really well, he rolls really well. He's got no parts or anything that drag along the ground, which is very nice to know. And also, talking about his bottom, I'm talking about Mixmaster's bottom. No, he doesn't look like a robot from below. Usually Transformers, the illusion is a little ruined when you flip them over, but this guy is really solid, and he does a very good job of staying in disguise. So his transformation is pretty complicated, but it's really awesome. The vehicle to robot mode, vehicle to robot transformation is really good, but the robot to vehicle is a little mind-numbing, but we're not going to go through that in this review. So to get to a transformation, try to do this as quick as possible. First thing I do, split the mixer. And when you split the mixer, let's raise the camera up here so you can get the whole experience. When you split the mixer, the wheels most likely will just pop off, and if they don't, just pop them off. They're on these little pegs here. They peg into the side of the thing, and they're really secure, which is very nice. Unfold his arms. You just kind of leave them like that. Unattach the cab piece. Basically, if you kind of flick these little things up, it'll pull off, and then the actual cab separates and folds down, and you can see Mixmaster's face right there. Really trying to get the camera in a good position here. Unpeg his legs from each other, like so. Flip his, oh yeah, his legs are really interesting. Unpeg his chest here, and flip it up. Basically move the whole piece around, get everything out of the way. Move the whole piece around and peg it back in, like that. Lift his head up. Rotate his pieces around here. Sorry about that camera. Fold these up, and then rotate them up like that. So there, see his chest. And as you can see now, he's sort of just a weird. This is that step in his instructions where he looks nothing like anything, and he looks kind of like a Lovecraftian sort of horror. Next thing you do, next little piece of magic that you do is you fold his legs up like this, and then rotate them down. So his wheels kind of go into his crotch, basically. So once again, lift up and fold them down again. Now, next thing you do is really interesting. This whole piece accordions down and really compacts really well. So basically you do one level, and it pegs in, another one pegs in, another one pegs in. It all stays in rather solidly, and here you can basically see his basic body shape taking place here. Fold up these little panels, spin them up, fold his feet down. There you go. Let's do it again on the other side because I kind of held it off camera there. Fold these little panels up, fold his feet down, and adjust them to your liking. And his legs are done, and he can stand up now. So in terms of his arms, a lot of different ways you can do his arms. There's a lot of different, these are on ball joints, and these are all on different interesting joints here, these pieces. What I do is basically remove it from here, rotate this piece a little bit like that, and then fold the whole thing just completely out of the way. and then rotate this back like that. So it's just completely hanging off the back there. That, I think, makes Mixmaster look the best. These things do like to pop off. Taking a piece, a little page out of Piaz's book there. Basically, folding these things back the way they are really gives Mixmaster the best look possible. And I think, personally, it's, once again, your prerogative. You can do a lot of different things with these guys. I don't think that's the way they are in the instructions. I don't believe that's the way that they tell you to do it. Unfold his fingers here. He's got 3 of them. They're very claw-like. I think that's very cool. Very solid of Mixmaster to have that little sort of claw. He's very movie accurate. After seeing the movie, you can really tell that he's rather accurate to his CGI model, and I think everybody will agree with me on that one, hopefully. So he looks done, but he's actually got one more step in this whole process, and that is, well, 2 more actually, technically. Fold up all of this stuff on his back here. Oops, sorry about that. And then you fold this down, and then you fold his gun up, and it pegs in and stays. And then, with the truck cab here, there's a little teeny little hinge here, right there. And it pegs into that little hole, right there. Basically, you just kind of fold it up. It's tough to get on camera, but effectively what you do is you just kind of make sure the peg is in the right spot, and just press it in, and it holds in rather well. So there you have Mixmaster in his robot mode, and he's very big, almost too big for my camera here, as you can probably see that. But he's very, very cool, very, very awesome figure. I really like him a lot. His robot mode kind of reminds me of a bat. I don't know if that rolls with anybody else. Just these big sort of arm pieces in his face. His head sculpt looks very bat-like. But his robot mode is just great. He's kind of short though for a Voyager. For instance, here is, once again, Skids has some standing problems. There's Skids, and Skids is a really short deluxe, and so you can kind of tell that Mixmaster is just a little bit small for the Voyager, but he's very wide. He's very wide with all of his with his wide arms and just kind of his body shape. He's a very wide sort of guy. His articulation is great. His arm articulation is really good. You'd think with all this kibble kind of hanging off in these pieces, it would be bad, but he's got about 1 million joints along his whole arm. It's really good. Legs can go 360. They can go out, bend at the knee. His feet are really articulate due to his transformation. His head's on a ball joint. His arms can just, all kinds of crazy poses. He's really, really articulate, and it's really good. I really like that about Mixmaster. He can fold his arms in and do sort of I'm guarding myself with my cement mixer thing. I like that little pose. He can just do a lot of really dynamic and really cool poses and look menacing as hell doing all of them. I don't know. I really like him a lot. His third mode, I'll try to do quickly here to get off for time here. His third mode's pretty cool, and it's rather simple to get it actually into the third mode. It's nice to have a third mode every now and again, and Mixmaster actually pulls it off rather well. So what you do is basically, just to get this whole thing out of the way really quickly, unpeg his cab here, fold his arms up, detach the first layer of the backpack, kind of, and fold it up like that. So it's facing like forward. The gun is facing forward, really. Fold his arms up. Kind of get him like that. And then fold his legs up around like this. This little piece popped off here. I'm trying to get this review under 10 minutes. Go! Faster! Okay, so this is the general view of the third mode here. The general feel of it is basically that, where you fold his arms. He's sitting on his hands, his arms are folded up, and his cannon is facing forward. It's kind of cool. It's used in the movie, so why not? It's kind of an artillery platform sort of thing. I'm kind of bad at the transformation. This probably isn't right, so watch Piaz's review if you really want to see a good one. But overall, he's just an amazing toy. He's absolutely fantastic. He looks great. He feels great. He's articulated well. He's really screen accurate. He's just, I can't really squee about him enough. I'm absolutely in love with Mixmaster, and I love him very, very much. He's a great, great figure. If you see him, buy him. I know he's in a later wave, but you might as well pick him up. So it's been Jake's Reviews, coming at you with a review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class Mixmaster. Thanks for watching, guys.